I don't know if you can see how sweaty I am, dripping. It's not actually that hot out. It's around 82, 83, but pretty sure humidity is somewhere in the neighborhood of 257%. I'm out in the garden. I've been working on filling a box and getting cucumbers in. I had started cucumbers in the house last week, and they're not going to wait any longer. So here I am after work, sweating to death to try and get these done. And I'm just going to take you on a tour. On a side note, the next time that I talk to the health nurse, my insurance company assigned me a nurse to help me with weight loss and managing my type 2 diabetes. The next time she tells me that gardening doesn't count as exercise, we're going to have words, girl. We're going to have words, because it definitely is hard work. Plus, you have the mosquitoes sucking out your fluids. You can lose a lot of weight. Hold up. Here we go. I'm going to turn you around. Ready? Brace yourselves. Or not. Alright. I filled that up and drug it in the back. I mean, it was full. And that dirt is heavy. There's all my cucumbers. I use the square foot gardening method. They say 2 per square foot. I don't know exactly what that means. So that's what I did. I did a square foot, corner to corner, sort of. I don't know. Looks okay to me, but like you can see, cucumbers don't really like their roots being disturbed. So it was go time for real, for real. I have 4 left. I'm going to probably put them near the house. This stuff I mix. I don't know what it is. It's like clay and sandy. Can you be clay and sandy at the same time? I do not know. But we had a whole big old pile delivered for $150. And I've been mixing it with that right there is vermiculite that I had delivered. Oh, sorry. And then this over here is what is left of worm castings, compost, and I mix the two together, all of them together, and then I put a bag of the potting mix on top. This is where our edamame is. Look how big that has gotten. This is the cucamelon. Honestly, that's a lot more delicate looking than I had expected it to be. I've never grown it before, but I thought it would be a thicker vine, but it's kind of dainty, which would make sense because the cucamelons are supposed to be pretty tiny. So I guess I didn't really think it out that hard. These are green beans. They're coming along, but a lot of stuff is getting sun scalded, and I really don't know what to do about that. The sun be hot. I don't know what to tell you. These are more beans. I asked the dreaded AI ChatGPT. Anyway, you know what I mean. How many bean plants I would need to sustain a family of 6 with canning and fresh eating. It recommended 158 or something like that. This is 104 beans, but as you can see, they did not all come up. 108. These are my taties, some taties. As you can see, the sun got them. And some squirrels have been over here muddling in the taties and helping themselves. So, I don't know what we're going to get out of this box. This box completely died back. If you watch previous videos, you would know that this is very lousy potting soil. I regret buying it. And we're also growing a fun kind of mold fungi over there. So, yay. These taties, though, they're doing great. So, what I'll probably do in that other box is just pull them up and then put another bag of potting soil on top of it. This is Brandy Boy potatoes. Oh no, I see hornworm damage. Do you see that? I gotta find them. I hate them. And Kaz is away on his missions trip. Oh man, yucky. I don't see any though. I wonder. Anywho, and then down here are the basil that I planted. And being as it's so hot, I'm kind of glad that I did. put it down there. These are my peppers. Got lots of blossoms. Still being eaten a little bit by some buggies of some sort. Sun scald is real and serious. I saw that the millennial gardener out of North Carolina, he uses sunshades, and we're a rich man, I too would have them, because apparently tomatoes and peppers are actually perennials that are meant to grow underneath in the understory. They're not meant to grow in direct sun, and so they don't do well with the blazing heat and sun around here. Did I mention I really love to eat tomatoes, but also I really hate the way they smell? Ugh, the plants. This is more of the edamame. So it's looking pretty good. The sun is not really bothering the edamame. So, pro tip. Apparently edamame likes it. These are the husk cherries. They are a little sun scalded, but the cherries are coming along. Kaz, I told him to brainstorm a way to solve the aphid problem. His solution was to rip out the plant, and it seems to have worked. So, what a clever boy he is. None of these cherries are quite ready. Now, when they are, this brown part will turn brown and papery, and there will be a lovely yellow. It almost kind of looks like a cross between a tomato and a berry, but they're very good and sweet, and Kaz really likes them. Those were actually his request for the garden this year. My Swiss chard is impervious to everything. This thing just poked me, but it's a weed, but it's pokey, so it lives there now until I remember to bring gloves out to the garden, which, my brain's not good with the memory thing, unless it's something useless, like my 3rd grade math teacher broke her coccyx tailbone in the 3rd grade, and she had to have surgery and sit on a purple donut pillow. No, I can't remember to bring gloves, but I can tell you that rando detail. And more tomatoes there. What kind, I could not say. I'm gonna go with perhaps a cherry. Nope, Romas. Look at that. There are Romas. Look at that. There are Romas. I have some blackberries here. Hello, blackberries and tomatoes. I thought there were no tomatoes growing over here, but here's one. It got ate up a little bit, but it's coming back. So, yay. These tomatoes are very unimpressive. These are supposed to be Brad's atomic grape. That looks like it's going to be pretty big before it's done, so I'm not sure about those. We'll see. Kind of cool looking with the purple, though, I will say that. And my strawberries are getting burnt up. Sending out lots of runners. Oh my gosh, I got a bug up my nose. Oh. And I have tomato, peppers. These guys are coming along. They're like, it's stinky hot, woman. You right. And here's the blackberries. My watch is on upside down. See? So if my estimation is right, see if I can read time upside down. It is 7:40. I don't know if we have time to do another box. So I think this is where we are for today. Oh. Alright, there's the garden tour for this week. And if this kind of thing is of interest to you, like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Remember, do what you can with what you got. Bye!